Hey guys, it's Lindsay, Flight Girl Fitness, VSG, coming into you. I have notes today, look at this, oh my god. With my week 185 post-op vertical sleeve gastrectomy update. I feel really kind of silly. I know I said this last time at my week 183, but I so consistently make videos that I feel like I just say the same thing over and over again. Anyway, but you know, whatever. It is what it is. I don't want to state the obvious, but do you guys love it? Okay, so about 6 weeks ago, maybe 5 weeks ago, just before I went on my Canada trip with my husband, I went for like a purple look, but it ended up pretty smoky and almost a little gray, which I liked, but it wasn't exactly what I had in mind, and it faded really fast. So by the time I got to Mexico, it was almost entirely, I'm trying to not give you more cleavage, just to bring you a little closer. It faded really fast, and so by the time I got to Mexico last week, it was pretty much gone. And then between, you know, the pool and sweating and wearing my hair up and keeping whatever, it was gone by the time I got back. Now, it faded to a really beautiful blonde, which I really loved, and I was tempted to keep it like that for the summer, but I don't know. I got my teeth sunk into this. And so I went back to the same girl who is actually my cousin's girlfriend, and she's an amazing colorist. So if anybody lives in Gresham or Portland, let me know. She does a really good job with color, especially blonde and warm brown colors. But she does a lot of this too. She did my rose gold earlier in the year as well. So anyway, I went back in and I was like, yeah, I kind of want to do it a little bit richer. And this is what I got. And it is like super dimensional. And it'll fade back to that really pretty blonde. And of course, she blew it out and gave me some beach curls, which I never get to have. So, also shout out to Lauren, who's like, I mean, I was already thinking this, but I got to give her credit. She's like, I sent her a photo and she said, you have to do your update video a day earlier. And I was like, trust me, I have makeup on today. Like, I'm doing it anyway. Tomorrow I probably won't have makeup. I already know my makeup schedule for the week. So it is what it is today, kids. Okay, so let's get right into the numbers and updates, and then hopefully I won't keep you guys too long. So I started the 2-week pre-op diet at 301.2. I had day of surgery December 5th, 2013, so I just hit my 3.5-year surgery last week in Mexico. And day of surgery, I was 291.8. My heaviest recorded weight, it should be noted, was 319. I'm 5'5", I'm 39 almost, I'm 38 still, yay! Okay, sorry, sidetrack. I weighed in March 31st, which was the Thursday or Wednesday before I left for Mexico, at 223.4. I'm pretty sure I weighed in the day I left for Mexico at like, you know, 3 o'clock in the morning at 225. Or so. But I weighed in today at 222.2. So either way, I'm just going to go from the 531 date, and that's a 1.2 pound loss in the last 2 weeks, which I'm shocked about on many reasons, on many levels, for many reasons, same difference. Mainly like, and I'm going to talk about Mexico just in a generic sense here in a minute, but there was all the food and all the alcohol all the days. So I don't really know. I actually lost, like, from that day I weighed in before I left, about 2 pounds. I weighed in at like 224 or 223 coming back. And so if I'm taking it from that first day, it was 225, 223. So, and I do weigh myself most days, not every day. I'm not super tied to the scale. So, you know, like if I go up a pound a day or half a pound a day and then back down, like I'm not like, you know, I kind of look at I really weigh myself once a week and use that as my thing, but I do like to check in. It's the way I've kind of always been since surgery. I don't recommend that for everyone, especially if you're emotionally tied to the scale, but I don't freak out every day if it goes up half a pound or a pound and then, you know, takes a couple days to drop off. Like, I look at the overall theme week to week versus day to day. So, just a little Mexico recap, because I know you're dying to know. First, I want to say a big shout out to Lauren's parents, because they gifted us or gifted her, I should say, this, I mean, obviously I'm like family, so like me too. No, I'm just kidding. JK. I love her parents though. They're super, super great people. And they gifted her this timeshare, the condo. And, I just thought that was really great. And then of course, a huge shout out to Losing Lauren Dayton for inviting me, and all of us, but I can't speak for everyone else. I can only say for me, how grateful I was to spend that week with her and our friends, and had a great time. So that's just kind of at a high level, but some good and bad things about Mexico. I'll hit the bad things first, because I always like to end things more on a positive note. And nothing for me was very bad. But I do want to just kind of give you kind of a recap. So, the first night we get there, I don't know if it's a combination of like, I was really hot, I was really excited. I didn't really eat a lot that day, but I got a little tipsy and I fell. I fell in a way that people actually thought I was legitimately trying to do the splits, and I wasn't. So I hurt myself, and I hurt myself right away. So that was a little bit of a damper, but I got through. I didn't think I'd sprain my ankle, because my ankle was I've sprained my ankles multiple times in my life, and it wasn't reacting the way it usually does. I couldn't hold my weight on it at all. Usually when I sprain my ankle, I can still limp on it. But this, I would be walking just fine. It wouldn't hurt, and it would give out. I think I just sprained it in a different spot. So it is what it is. I'll get to that, the repercussions of that in a moment. The only other bad thing was that half of us got sick. I was not one of those people, thank God, but half of our group had at least 1 or 2 days where they were down with the Montezuma's revenge, or what they call traveler's diarrhea. So I don't know if it was water or fruit, because we really only ate and drank on the property, but they were sick. So luckily nobody let it get them down too much, and they recovered pretty quickly. And overall, I think we had a really, really good time. I had a great time. So the good things were everything else. Everything else. Like, I've never been to an all-inclusive resort before. And so, and my husband won't do that with me, because he doesn't like to be down. And if you're an all-inclusive, there's this mentality of like, you don't really want to go too far away, because all your meals and drinks are covered. So why would you pay for meals and drinks somewhere else when you've already kind of prepaid for unlimited, blah, blah, blah. So, we got there Friday, and apparently that was my heaviest party night. It was Friday for sure. And then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Wait, Sunday. So I'm sorry, can't obviously do math. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We had 5 days all inclusive, Saturday through Wednesday. So we had all of our meals covered, unlimited drinks, beer and wine. There was only a few things that weren't covered, and it was all 40% off, like lobster and specific bottles of wine and stuff like that, which we didn't do, because our choices were fine. And we literally spent 5 days at the pool. It was so great. That was my idea of heaven. Like, I've never gotten to do that, and I've never got to do it with a bunch of girls that made me laugh so hard, and then I got along with so well. It was, I can't say enough, so I won't go on, but it was very relaxing for me, and we had staff was great there. The resort was great. The room was great. I got to bunk with Lawrence, and our suite was great, and the whole condo apartment was great. No real complaints at all. The only thing I would say is that we because everyone was sick, we were supposed to go ziplining, and we ended up switching it to a snorkeling tour. What we were told is a snorkeling tour. And of course, I have an issue with snorkeling. I kind of had a little bit of a panic attack and stuff, but I was really wanting to do the snorkeling tour, so I was glad to go, but it really wasn't a snorkeling tour. Like a legit snorkeling tour, like you have fins and stuff, like you can move around. They dumped you in the water for 30 minutes, and then they fed you alcohol for the next 6 hours. Like it was a legit booze cruise. Doesn't make it any less fun. It was super fun, but it wasn't a snorkeling tour. So yeah, that was pretty much Mexico in a nutshell. It was like the best, most relaxing, easy peasy 7 days ever. I can't wait to do it again. I like texted Lauren yesterday. I was like, so, what are we doing next year? She's like, I don't know. I'm like, I get that. Okay. I want to know all the things right now. I want to do something again. But, I bought my flight to go see Lauren in October. So, I'll at least get a dose of her before the end of the year, because it's the year of L&L. Okay, so that was kind of Mexico. It's hard to be back. I love my husband. I'm super excited to spend time with him. But you know, it's dreary here. It's been warmish, but overcast, and I'm like, I want to go lay out at the beach, the pool with iguanas. There were lots of iguanas. It was really cool. Okay, so that was a Mexico recap. Just a few minutes for you for that. And then, so 8-week challenge update. So I started my challenge, and the challenge, by the way, is not an official thing. I use the word challenge for myself. Basically what I did is I hired an online trainer who was running a special on Instagram. I think he's still running it. His name's, well, I'm actually going to wait to tell you guys. If you want to private message me, I'd be happy to tell you. But until I kind of know the results and know how I feel about the whole program as a whole, I really don't want to say. Just in case, like, it doesn't, like, I don't know. I'm just going to hold off. So I hired an online trainer who I actually found on Instagram, and he gave me an eating and workout plan. Now, I was going to start that hardcore on Monday. A couple things thwarted that. One is I went to brunch with Kirk and Eric and a couple other of my friends and Kent on Sunday, and made it Mimosa Sunday. I was in no effing shape to start a workout program on Monday at all. Plus, you know, I drink every day in Mexico, and then I drink Saturday with Kent, and then I drink all day Sunday. So I needed to recover. I am much better now because it's Wednesday, but Monday was a shit show. Yesterday was a challenge. Today is much, much better. I've gotten 2 full nights of sleep with at least 9 to 10, 11 hours, so I feel a lot better. Also, the workout plan includes, I think I mentioned this on my last video, so I won't go too far into what the plan consists of because I'm pretty sure on my week 183 I covered that. But it's definitely more cardio than I'm used to from a weightlifting perspective. It's really not all that different. It's just a little bit different because when you're weightlifting, it's just different perspectives and different, you know, whatever. So, I mean, I'm not, that's not much of a stretch for me. But because I fell that first night in Mexico and sprained my ankle, I also hurt my knee. And I went to the doctor for that on Monday because I was very concerned about the amount of pain I was in. And best case scenario is I bruised my bone, which I can fight through the pain on that because it's just a bone bruise. There's nothing I can do. It'll heal on its own. And I can still work out with it. The worst case scenario is I tore my meniscus, which if you saw my Instagram story yesterday, I called my hibiscus. I'm silly. I don't know what to say about that. So I can't, which would require surgery. So I have not worked out yet this week in any capacity. I got my MRI done yesterday. I should have results tomorrow or Friday, and I should be able to know more in terms of what I'm able to do. Walking is okay, but again, kind of with a sprained ankle, it's a little bit of a challenge. So I could do some low intensity cardio, but I'm just going to give it this week to continue to rest. I'm going to start on Monday either way. I may not be able to do the intensity or any high impact anything with my ankle until that feels better, or on my knee considering how that goes. But I'll probably start doing just light warm-ups and lifting for sure on Monday. But in the meantime, I'm going to give myself this week. So how that's affected my 8-week challenge is my 8-week challenge is now a 9-week challenge because I really want to give it the weightlifting. I want to give it the workout too, but I am on the eating plan. I've modified it a little bit because it's really hard for me to eat 6 times a day and it's really strict. So, you know, it's like 2 ounces of protein and 1 cup of vegetables. Next meal, 2 ounces of protein, 1 cup of carb, you know, quinoa or something, and that's it. And then the next meal, it's like 2 ounces of protein, you know, half an avocado. And that's fine, but I tend to eat a little bit more, a little bit less. So, you know, for example, I'm doing a shake for breakfast. I'm doing my shake so far. Granted, today's only Wednesday. But for example, today, Shakeology for breakfast, 2 cups of coffee. This is pretty much a dairy-free plan. Greek yogurt is on the plan, but I have a little bit of cream still in the house, so I'm using a little bit of cream in my coffee, but otherwise I'm not eating any cheese, and I'll probably have, like, when I go out, like, ranch dressing or yogurt dressing here at the house just because I need some moisture, and dressing and oil and vinegar sometimes doesn't, like, sometimes I don't like it. I do like it in general, but on my salads, I like to mix it up. So that's the only dairy. I'm not going to do any, basically not any cheese. And I don't drink milk anyway, so I don't need to worry about that. So I came back from my hair appointment, and around 10:30 I had 1 egg scrambled with about 1.7 ounces of leftover like hamburger patty that I had from the weekend, and about 1 tablespoon of caramelized onions, no sugar, just onions cooked down over the course of a half an hour or so, and some green chilies, and half an avocado on the side. So I had it with 1 egg, because I've been finding that I've been eating 2 eggs for the last several. I mean, usually eat 2 eggs, but I've been getting really full. So I just tried it with 1 egg, and I felt much better. So I'm glad that I did that from a restriction standpoint. That I just tried it with 1 egg. For lunch, I'll have probably it calls for half a cup of quinoa, but I ate that for dinner last night. It was really full, so I'm gonna do 1/3 of a cup of quinoa. Last night I did 3 ounces of chicken. Today I'm going to do 2 ounces of chicken, tomatoes, zucchini, a little bit of salt, like a tablespoon of salsa, a tablespoon of green chilies, hatch green chilies, and a tablespoon of yum sauce. And Yum is a cafe. I don't know if it's just an Oregon thing, but we have got things called Cafe Yum in the airport and around the area. And then they sell these big bottles of Yum sauce, and they also sell them in our grocery store. So I don't know where else you can find it. But I know that they're here in Oregon. So, and maybe Washington. I don't know for sure. But it's kind of like this soy Asian themed. It's just really good. I really like it. It's not too high in anything, so it's just an easy sauce to put on things. And then tonight then I probably will eat lunch around, it's 11:15 now, maybe 1:30. And then I'm going to have dinner with my brother. But that's my third meal at 1:30. Now, technically on the program, I would be having 6 meals. So I'm kind of combining meal 3 and 4, because I'm doing veggies and fat and carb and protein. So it's a balanced meal. But then I'll do happy hour with my brother, but I'm not drinking. I'm definitely drying out, at least for the foreseeable future. And the place we're having happy hour, it's like burgers and fried chicken and prime rib. So, but they have a tuna poke tartare. I think that's what they mean. Tartare, like a poke salad maybe, with like crisps and like wonton crisps, and I'll do that with a house salad without croutons. So then I'll get ranch dressing, and I'll have my house salad and the tartare, and I should be for sure full. And we'll probably do that around 5:30. And if I need a late night snack, I might do another protein shake, like a light protein shake. I don't know why or how I continue to talk to you for 18 minutes. I always mean to do an under 12-minute video, because I don't like watching videos that are over 20 minutes. And here I am completely blabbing to you. Okay. Also, if you're watching this, you really need to watch Man with Two Brains. Please, please, please rent or Netflix or find that movie, because you will know the part that I'm talking. Well, first of all, anybody watch that movie. It's super good. It's super funny. It's hilarious. It's actually pretty clever. And Steve Martin is one of my favorite people in the whole world. I'm a huge fan. But there's a part in there specifically for Gracie, and she'll know when she gets to it. So anyway, my 8-week challenge is going to be a 9-week challenge, and that's okay. I just want to give it a fair shot with the exercise, and I'm just really nervous to do it because I'm in a lot of pain. But I am feeling better overall, even without knowing exactly what it is. I just, it's only been a week and a half, and I'll just let it heal up a little bit more for a few days before I hit it on Monday. Plus, that gave me a chance to dry out and recover from my week, because let's not lie, it was a good time. I had a good time. I was saturated, though. I was saturated. So that's all I have to say. Also, I mentioned that when I got to 3,000 subscribers, I was going to do a giveaway. I will not do that as part of this video, because it's already like 40,000 minutes long, and you would have had to wait this whole time. So I'll do a separate video maybe tomorrow or the next day with that. I haven't decided what to give away yet. Maybe like an Amazon gift card, because I'm really lazy and don't buy a lot of supplements anymore like I used to. Or I have a really good performance pack I might give away. What? TBD. Anyway. Yay! Happy day, you guys. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. How cute! Right? Okay. I'll talk to you guys next week. Keep it fly out there. Bye!